So we start off at St George's Church in the parish of Goodrington, and we're going to walk up the Dartmouth Road. It's quite a good afternoon, the sun's out, a few clouds around, but I don't think it's going to rain. This area is called Three Beaches, and we're going to discover those beaches this afternoon. We're just by the turn into the Methodist Church on the right, and now we're about to find a very small lane. Just as we walk along, on the left, there's a small path which goes up to a nature reserve. Not many people, other than locals, know this is here. So let's see what's up here. Oh, it's quite a steep little hill. We got some blackberry bushes around and different wild plants. For those interested, I'm using a DJI Osmo Pocket, the original design, with a Freewell wide angle lens. Now we're nearly at the top, perhaps. Oh no, there's a bit more to go yet. Got a path to the right and the left. I think this one to the left looks the most used. Oh, got some stinging nettles. Some little moths flying about. There's some bracken as well. Oh, we got some nice blackberries. Oh, perhaps I'll have one of those. Very nice, very sweet. Must be the sea air. We turned off right on the path now, and I've been told that there's a extinct volcano just up here. It seems when it was active, it was underwater, and really this part of the reason of this nature reserve. That's a lot to do with Saltern Cove being designated a scientific place of interest. Well, I think we're going to go up this incline to get to the top of the summit of this volcano that was active millions of years ago. Wow, what a view that is over the bay. Torbay with Torquay in the distance. panning round to Brixham in the distance there, with Berry Head at the extreme end of that peninsula. Still, let's go on. We've reached the summit, now we can descend down here to the southwest coast path. It's a nice seat here to sit on. I think I might sit on there on the way back. Right, well, here's the southwest coast path. This section goes from Brixham and Broadsands along to Goodrington and Paignton, and that's the Dartmouth Steam Railway track down there, and also the Waterside caravan park as well. Static caravans. Great place to have a holiday. But we've got quite a lot of steps here to negotiate. Have to come back up these shortly. We're at the bottom of those flight of steps now and back onto the reasonably nice path, really. It's well gravelled, and we can hear the workmen on the railway line. I think they're cutting the grass. Soon we'll be going underneath the railway line, I think, to get to the first of these 3 beaches. It'll be the most southerly one of the beaches, and it's called Star Cove. Oh, we're starting to go through some trees now. Now we're coming out of the wooded area now, and coming up to where they've got the entrance to the holiday park. A lot of grass cutting going on. Waterside Holiday Park. Holiday homes for sale. Well, that's not the train, it's the strimmer. Oh, we've come out of that bridge under the railway line and going out onto some grassland. From here we can see the Sugar Loaf Hill, which is the extinct volcano. And then this bay down here is Saltern Bay. The next one up the coast to the north is Oyster Cove. I'm just approaching this pathway along the cliff edge nearly. Let's see what's down here. Nice red berries on the bushes. Looks like we've got some steps going down. quite been well maintained with these railings. Well, this is Star Cove. It's nice, isn't it, with the tide coming in and all the rock formations around here. Very impressive. Well, we're down on the beach now at Star Cove. I don't think I'll climb that rocky. Oh, there's the train. We just heard the steam engine going by. But what a lovely place to come. If you're fit enough to get down here, you can usually find you've got this very small cove just yourself. Well, it's time to go on to the next cove. We'll try and make it over these rocks. So it's quite good to even come down to the bottom of the steps to view the cove. Because that pathway is reasonably straightforward. It's just being careful on these rocks. Nearly there. Yes, back to the steps again. Oh, glad they got the handrails. I think this was closed for some time, but they've reopened it again, so that's really good. Another view of Saltern Cove over there. That's some really nice red berries again. I expect the birds love these. Well, that was a nice climb down to the Star Cove. Never been there before in my life, so there's always something new to discover. We're walking back up onto the grassy headland now. See a little pleasure boat going by. They do a coastal trip, I think, out to Brixham. That's a very nice accessible path here for wheelchairs that come from the Waterside holiday complex. I think they finished doing the trimming. I can still see Sugar Loaf Hill over there, and we'll go back under the railway line again. On our way back to Sultrin Cove now on the southwest coast path. Gosh, it makes you a bit out of breath, all this up and down, but here's the bottom of the steps up here. So we'll endeavour to climb up these steps. See you at the top. We're at the top of the steps now. It was just under 80 steps to get back to the Sugar Loaf Hill. So I'm sat on the seat just enjoying another look at Tor Bay. It's just such a lovely spot, and this is about halfway round. Continuing along the southwest coast path towards this railway bridge in the distance, and then we'll cross over the railway bridge to that grassland. Some very nice houses and bungalows on the left here. I did notice one along here was on the market. It's only on the market for a few days, and well, the asking price was 750,000, so it may have gone for more than that, the way the market is at the moment. But I've been cutting the grass here. It somewhat protects the houses from if there's a fire caused by hot coals dropping off the train, and so they have a fire break. Come along here in the evening and you'll see lots of rabbits. Bit of a closer look at the railway bridge. Don't usually see a van over there. I think it's the guys doing the grass cutting that's got all their equipment in there. Don't know if we'll see a train or not. It's the right time. Go about every half an hour, 3/4 of an hour, one way or the other. So we've got some nice flowers up here. Now we've come across this signpost of the coast path. We've come from the Broad Sands direction and Goodrington Sands the other way. And now we're going to look at Oyster Cove and Saltern Cove. Walking across the railway bridge now, giving access to these other two coves. Getting a bit of a breeze. Very refreshing. We come out on this grassland, headland. It's very nice, very popular for dog walking. And Oyster Cove is down there. But first of all, we're going to have a look at Sultrin Cove, which is once you come over the bridge, you turn right and just follow the railway track until you come to some more steps. We're over the other side, the railway track now, and giving us a better view of the bridge that we just walked over. Here's the entrance to the pathway to Saltern Cove. We've got some more steps. They're a bit irregular, so got to be a bit careful. But one can already see the cove as we descend down the cliff path. Lovely view from here. They're quite steep, some of these. They're different depths, so you've got to be careful when you descend down. But it's well worth it. Now we've got some railings now. It ends up with some metal steps, so obviously a little bit more robust against the storms in the winter and the spring tides. but quite a nice bit of sand here as well as the rocks. This beach is designated of scientific special interest and part of the nature reserve, which extends 376 meters under the sea at low tide. So there's a lot to see for if you dived in there. It's a lot of the volcano activity would be seen, but very interesting. And again, we're in September and it's very quiet. There's about only one other person on the beach and his dog besides myself. Very nice. Having a good look round Saltern Cove, and you can find lots of little rock pools with shells and of all different kinds. Really impressive cliffs, and then you look out to sea and across to Brixham and Berry Head in the distance. So we'll go back up these metal staircase and make our way to Oyster Cove next. Well, I'm sure I can hear the train coming, so we may as well have a look at it as it goes by. That's a really good trip. You can go from Paignton all the way to Kingswear and then go across. You can go across the River Dart on the ferry, and you can buy a round robin trip which start off in Paignton to Kingswear, cross the ferry, then you go on a boat up the River Dart to Totnes, and then come back to Paignton on a double-decker bus. So it's a big round trip and good day out. It's really unique, really. So anyway, now we're crossing over the grassland and going to go down to Oyster Cove. So I can see a sign down here. So we'll see, this will be the last of the three beaches, the three coves, and so it'll be interesting to see if there's anything different about this one. They all seem to have got their individuality. Look at all this information on here. We've got some good handrails here and some very substantial concrete steps, so probably the easiest one to get down to, and got a nice view of it already. Now we're on to some, well, very substantial flight of metal steps. It's so good when they keep all these things well maintained and accessible for people to enjoy, because you'll find that going on to Torquay and Paignton beaches, and they're lovely, but they're a little bit more crowded than this would be. So we've got quite a bit of seaweed up here, washed up with the tide. Again, a mix of shingle and small pebbles and seashells, and going down to more rocks as we go further down the beach. So the beach is backed by these sandstone cliffs, and it's about halfway between Paignton and Brixham. Very secluded. We've got a little bit of sea mist coming down now. Sometimes it's called Waterside Beach, but I think that's more the influence of the commercial side of this area, because you've got the Waterside Holiday Park and the Waterside Inn. So it's a very popular area, 3 beaches, but the actual 3 beaches themselves are quite quiet and peaceful, and one can sort of forget the world's troubles and look at what God has done in His creation, as well as cruise ships and things out in the bay. That's a good view of the steps coming down the cliff from the grassland at the top. It's really lovely walking along a sandy shingle beach, hearing one's footsteps crush against the shells, and just have it all to oneself. A real pleasure. One could travel to many parts of the world and not find such a secluded spot. It's very good for the soul. Well, I'm going to end the video now, and I think I'll have to edit a little bit, but hope you enjoyed it and perhaps seen something you haven't seen before, and perhaps encourage you to come down to Tor Bay and enjoy a few days. So, bye for now.